Where's the butt? There's the butt.
She's having a bath.
Hello there. So the idea for today's video is I want to create a specific piece of clothing that I saw online but at home, and that's going to be part of like this new series that I'm going to be trying to do called the Inexperienced Seamstress Series. That's like an appropriate name considering that I'm not a seamstress and I am experienced. For today's video, this will be recurring throughout the series. I'm going to take a specific piece of clothing and then attempt to make it with my very limited skill set. So the first piece of clothing that I'm trying to make. This is kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to put in a better clip. This kind of tailored mini skirt suit look. I was looking online and I just saw that it was a really cute outfit, but it only came in a very small variety of sizes and it was really expensive. Thought if you get a suit, like a suit set, a blazer and trousers, turn it into that. It seems pretty simple because the top is really just like a cut off type of situation and the pants are basically turned into a skirt. So I went to Goodwill and I got a suit set, which I think was, I want to say $10 or $15, which could be considered more pricey, but I think that it's better than hundreds of dollars for something like this. So in all honesty, like the title of this, I'm very inexperienced. My seamstress levels are quite low. I don't 100% know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try. So we shall see. Let me show you the set. These are the pants and this is the blazer.
Obviously.
You can see the detailing is not like houndstooth, but it is that kind of prep school kind of look, which I think is what the outfit is going for. East Coast kind of prep school look. I want to create it. So we're going to take these two pieces and we're going to try to make it. I'm going to try these on first. It just doesn't fit. I'm not going to show the pants completely. They don't go up above the waist. The coat fits as well as it's going to right now. It's very itchy and uncomfortable and it does not fit. So we're just gonna try and see what happens. Let's get to the research phase. Before my camera died and I was rudely interrupted, what I was trying to explain was how I'm going to go about this process. Like I said, I am inexperienced and I don't have a pattern. I know that patterns are important. So I'm going to try to just like visualize how I can go about making this outfit. Now for the blazer, what I want to do is essentially cut it. So let me draw it out really quick and then I will show you what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it doesn't look like a 5-year-old drew it, but it looks like a 5-year-old drew it. So just bear with me. Please ignore the fact that I have zero drawing artistic skills and just focus on the idea. Essentially, I want to take the blazer and cut off the bottom down to like the second button. There are 1 or 2 buttons down and then hem the bottom. And then for the skirt, obviously that's going to be a bit harder. I'm going to use the pants as material to turn it into the skirt. The waist fits fine. It's really the tummy area that if I cut the pants and use the excess fabric to make the skirt, I think that it should work out. This is my 5-year-old drawing and the idea for the project going forward. Let's get it. Now I'm looking at it to see how far I want to measure down. I have this measuring tape thing. I'm looking at it right now and the sleeves look a little short, but I'm hoping once everything comes together, it will look much better than how it is presenting itself at the moment. I don't think that I actually need this for this part, just because I'm not necessarily measuring anything. I'm literally just like which button you're cutting at. I think I want it to cut right at the second button because then I have the option to put it up 2 buttons or not. So I'm gonna say second button right beneath it. If anybody who's watching this, who's really into sewing, is watching this, I am sorry. I know that I am disgracing the craft right now. Please forgive me. So second button, that's where we're gonna cut it. Moving on. Now for the pants aspect, I'm doing the trick where you measure around the waist and it does fit. It's tight, it does fit. Really for the rest of it, we're kind of just gonna hack it up. That's my plan. I suppose I should measure down my leg to see how far I want it to go. The plan is really just to hack up these pants. I'm taking the measuring tape and measuring about how far down I want it to go. We'll say this skirt length is pretty good. Just stop right about there. So waist to right about there. 17 inches it is, I think.
I'm so sorry for this extremely janky shot. So I know 17 inches is ideally how long I want it to be. I know you have to leave hem allowance. I'm probably gonna leave about 4 inches, 21 total. This is really how we're gonna proceed because I don't know what I'm doing. This is the best that I can do right now. So let's continue.
Oh, I am so sorry for this audio quality. What I'm doing here is I'm laying out the blazer to measure exactly where I'm going to cut, which I wanted to cut at the second button. So I'm cutting at the pockets to leave room for allowance for the hem. That is a mouthful of words. Yes. All right. Well, that is what I'm doing here. Now that the blazer is finished, we're moving on to the pants. So I am measuring down to the length that I want and leaving room for the hem. And I'm just cutting at the knee. I'm basically, as I had said before, hacking up the pants so that we can create the skirt and use any extra material that we need for the space. This will ultimately be the piece that goes in the middle of the skirt. And then right after this, I am removing the zipper from that space.
So now what we're left with is something like this. And the idea is to create a skirt out of this. So it doesn't fully go around, which is okay. I expected that. Actually, I earlier said that I didn't expect that, but we're expecting it now. And it's okay because I'm just gonna add more of that material to different parts of it. But what's great about this is that everything is already there. The pocket is there, the belt is there, the waist is there. It's really just this that's missing. Measuring it, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. So if I'm doing it right at my waist, about there, my waist is like right here, but this is where I would like it to sit. It's right about there. It's sort of like a triangle shape that I'm gonna need to be making. Cross, we'll give it some extra room. We'll say right about there. It across, going across here. Oh my god, I feel like a real idiot doing this right now. I'm gonna figure this out. I'll be right back.
Turns out the piece that I had shown before was after I had measured this. So that is what is happening right here. That piece that was before is essentially what's going in the middle.
So now I have cut all the skirt pieces. Originally I thought I wanted to start with the blazer, but I think the skirt is actually going to be the hardest part, so I'm going to start with the skirt first. Essentially what I'm trying to do is connect, this was the piece that I measured, the extra space that I needed, and it gives me enough room that when I'm sewing I don't have to worry too much about whether or not something is going to be too tight. So we're going to do that. We'll see how it goes.
It is now 8:16 p.m. and was finally getting the skirt to do exactly what I wanted it to do. And then tragedy struck. See that? I impulsive ass decided to put some thick ass parts of fabric through there instead of just hand sewing them, and it snapped. And I don't have another needle on me right now. Tragic. So it is day 2 and I am having a lot of trouble recording me trying to sew said project, so I'm gonna explain essentially what I did. Here is the skirt so far, and if it were not for the fact that I have really bad camera skills, I would have recorded it. I'm just gonna explain it because that is the best that I can do right now. I took the pants, then I cut it down to the length that I wanted, then I sewed the pieces together, I fixed the waist, and then I made a little buttonhole, which I'm not gonna show you the buttonhole. I'm not gonna do it because it looks bad. I have never done a buttonhole before, so I'm just doing the best that I can. So if you're gonna attempt this, I would do some research and try to do your own buttonhole adventures, business, and such. Yes. So I sewed the skirt. The skirt is almost done. I think what I'm going to do, originally I was going to put a zipper here, but I think what I'm actually going to do is buttons down because I think that that will still look good with the whole suit vibe.
So we're gonna try that and see how it goes.
5 minutes later.
All right. Look at this. It's coming along. Look at that. And it has like a little belt. Yes. I'm gonna pat myself on the back because it looks okay. Don't judge it. It's not finished. We're working on a beauty here. This is like the way to cut size issues and moolah issues. You make it yourself. Who cares if you're inexperienced? I don't care. Who cares? Not me. Not me. And we got 2 little pockets. This is coming along quite nicely. So now what I'm going to do is take these buttons, measure down the skirt where I want them. And I think how I'm going to handle this approach is by measuring the button itself and then cutting a hole big enough for it and sewing around it. Now that could be wrong, and I don't mean to offend anyone if it is the wrong way. But this is the way that I know how to do it right now, so this is the way that we're gonna do it. Let's try it out. I hath injured myself.
Now I am sewing the buttons where I want them to go and doing my own method of making buttonholes with scissors.
Minor thing that I did not consider. My side is not, like I'm not shaped straight down, so putting the buttons straight down was not ideal. So I'm gonna move this button over, and I already cut this buttonhole, but now I'm thinking I don't need it. But it has pockets in the front, pockets in the back, got this little makeshift belt thing. I think it's coming together. I think it's coming together.
And here I am just readjusting where those buttons are.
So ignore the fact that this t-shirt does not match and that this needs to be ironed and that this little piece is a little bit awkward, but I think once I iron it, it will be good. How cute is this skirt? It's so cute. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't expect it to come out okay, but I didn't expect it to come out this good. Okay, the skirt is finished and I really like how it came out. I snipped the little awkward part that was at the bottom, but I felt like that was really what was throwing me off. So I'm going to talk about that later. The next and last step is just gonna be me hemming the bottom of the blazer, and then we're done. It is now 12 a.m. on the dot, and it is finished, and it is beautiful, and I am so glad that it's done because my fingers are just like done with me. They're just done with me because the amount of pricks that they got in this process is literally insane. So I'm glad that it came out good, but I am very tired now, so I will see you tomorrow to try it on. So this is the final reveal. I'm very happy with it. For my first, I want to recreate this exact piece. I'm very satisfied. I would say I still need to line the inner side of the skirt, and I wish that the blazer was a little bit bigger, but all in all, I feel this outfit is so cute. I do think that the back fits a little weird, but I'm inexperienced, so it's just the way it's gonna be. But I do feel like there is some fit issues that could be handled better, but it's a first time project and I'm pretty satisfied with all in all. If I was to make any changes, I would line the inner side of the skirt, because I did not do that. And I wish I would have gotten the suit top just separately and bigger, because if you look at the picture, it is a little bit bigger on top. I ended up getting this little bra type thing and putting it under so that I could wear it open. It matches the boots and the tights. So it's not the end of the world, but those were just the things that I think I would change if I could, and if I do. I think that it came out pretty well for a first installment, a little series. This is a success. I would rate this a success. Let me know what you think. I will be wearing this. I know I said this before. Outfit gives me art gallery date vibes. This is something I would wear. I feel like if this were any longer, this would not be cute. Because it looks like I'm a bit of a secretary, just a little bit couture, office clothing. Hope that makes sense. I'm sorry if my video directions were not clear enough. I'm gonna get better at it. I just did what I could do. Hope it gave enough of an explanation. I think that this worked out. So, as usual, I hope this video helped. If you're looking to create something like this, I had a lot of fun doing this. My fingers are on fire because I have not sewn in quite a long time, so my fingers are in pain. I'm really glad that I did this. Maybe this will be like a good way to watch myself get better at sewing. I don't have this great passion for sewing, but I do enjoy it. I find it relaxing. I think I more have a passion for just the idea that like I can get around paying an extreme amount of money for a piece of clothing that I really like. Maybe that's like the inner extreme couponer in me.
Would rather die than pay retail or pay a full price.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I really like how it came out. Hopefully you did too. If you like this one, you'll see me in the next one. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. But I'm not going to see you. You would be seeing me. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe you'll see me. I'm just having a great time today.
One time I thought about doing...
You don't have to, but if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching. I will not see you. Oh my God.